Hey guys, B-Wise here from Long Valley, New Jersey. Today we are preparing to extract honey from the hives that didn't make it over the winter. As you guys know, we had a pretty bad winter. We lost all but one hive. So we have pulled all of the frames with the honey that we had left in there for them to eat and have as their resource over the winter. We wanted to actually go over some of the material and tools we use for the extracting part. We have an uncapping tank here. We have an uncapping scratcher here and an uncapping fork. We'll show you what this does later. We have an extractor that we borrowed from our awesome neighbors that also have an apiary, Tom and Rose. Thank you again for letting us borrow this. This is a 3-frame extractor. We have a sieve, which catches a lot of the wax that can come out of, or any actual kind of debris, any dead bees or anything that are stuck to the honey and hive. We have a 5-gallon bucket under that to catch the honey after it is filtered through the sieve with a honey gate. And we have some extra buckets over there with one extra one with a honey gate that is actually easier to use when you are bottling. And some don't, but we pour that in later. And then we have our honey here on our frames, so we'll be doing quite a lot today. And we also have our gloves because it can be a very sticky job. So we'll get some things started for you and we'll meet you guys back here in a little while. Hey guys, we're back. We are in the process of getting the honey uncapped. We've already done 2 frames and we are on our 3rd. Like I said before, we have a 3-frame extractor, so we do 3 at a time.
So
right now, you see all of this white stuff is capped honey, so we need to remove the thin layer of wax and get the honey behind it exposed so that when we spin it, it all comes out. So he's using the honey uncapping fork right now, and I help him clean that up because it gets very messy. I use the scratcher to help remove all of that wax. And right now all of this wax that I'm removing has some honey still on there, so we'll show you this later, but there's a little grate here that the honey can still drip through and the wax is collected on the top. So nothing is wasted. Very good thing to have.
Okay. Just do this real quick. Okay, you can do that.
I will also now use the scratcher to poke any of the wax that he missed with the fork or he couldn't get to with the fork, which are normally the sides or some of the uneven areas of the wax. It's not normally much. Just go in there, poke all the little white holes out, and then it's going to be ready to put in the extractor soon. Need to clean it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see. No, the... okay.
Or just that. It's okay.
Nice golden honey.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Alright, Peter's uncapping another frame. He's using the uncapping scratcher to do the outside of the frame where the uncapping fork doesn't usually reach. And anything he misses with the uncapping fork later, he'll go back and use this just to poke through the little bit of wax that he misses with that. They're just doing the perimeter of the frame. With this tool at the moment,
That's it. Now we can just go with this one.
so now he's using the uncapping fork to take the little bit of film off the top.
So far, so good.
Yep. It helps when they build the cone nicely.
Yeah. Or everything's capped.
And it's not so in and out or bumpy and wavy. They did a beautiful job with this one. Excellent.
Alright.
Yeah,
So
so they
that's
didn't
one.
miss any. No.
Now what I do is flip this one this way. Give me more time. The honey doesn't drip.
So again, he's going to go around the perimeter of the frame with this tool. It's a tedious process until you get into the groove of things.
Yeah.
And you do it a couple times. You got to figure out what works best for you. You might
Yeah, some
not
people-
want to use this tool at the beginning. You might want to use the uncapping fork, then go back and use this one to get what you missed. It's all really up to whatever you feel comfortable with and what works best for you.
Mhm.
So there's an indent on this one that he'll have to go back and use that uncapping fork. Uncapping scraper.
This one's going to need to go back.
Mhm.
Right. So over here, you can just poke them in the middle, right here. Or you can just do this. Sometimes I just do that. Get the cappings off. Like again, like Amanda said, whatever works for you better. Just go check it out real quick. Put them right here. And that's it. Then put this extractor. Now you have to flip this again. You don't drip anywhere.
Beautiful.
That's it.
On to the next one. Alright, you finished scraping them?
Yeah.
Alright. Finished with this one. I'm going to go ahead and put these frames in the extractor. So we've spun 3 already. Those are 3 new ones. We've got some honey going on the bottom already, quite a bit actually. We wanted to get it going a little bit because the process sometimes can be a little boring or slow until you really start getting the hang of it.
Okay, you know what?
So-
you can go grab the camera and you can show them inside.
Yep.
How everything goes.
I'm just gonna take one of the gloves off. It gets a bit sticky. So,
So that's.
Hold on.
Now just.
don't spin it right now. I just want to show them on the bottom there. You can see, hold on, all of that is honey on the bottom. Because like I said, we've spun 3 already.
And you see now it's going on the walls.
You can see it.
can see it right here on him. Alright, now you can open the honey gate. Just have to wait a little bit because it's already full. Side.
So like you see in there right now, you see a bunch of wax bits, or before when we were cleaning one of the frames, there was a dead bee on one of them. So you might get that in here. Usually we'll get it in the uncapping tank, more or less the dead bees. But this is all just wax. And that will get filtered through, and then you'll just get pure honey in the bottom of your bucket. But this is a double sieve too, so it gets filtered twice.
And that's what we have to do for a couple of them.
Yep.
Till we're almost done. And we'll show you guys how many buckets we did from all this harvest.
Also, just to let you guys know, when we are finished with the frames in here, when we do both sides, we actually recommend you having an extra empty container or bin to put them in. Just so it's out of your way, because sometimes that gets overcrowded or you don't know which ones you've done, and it just helps you move along a little faster. So. And like I told you before, I would show you what the uncapping bin looks like inside. So you've got the little grate in there.
And I can show them the
And that
inside.
separates that, and then... So after, if this is full, you can put this through the strainer as well.
Yes.
So, and then you can use the wax, you can melt it down, clean it, and make some products with it if you are into that. We make candles and hand lotions and lip balm. There's a lot of things that you can actually do with it. It's all very helpful, useful to have. If you don't use it, do what you need to do with it. But this gets filled up pretty quickly, so that's just from 6. Well, not even, because we're not done doing the last 3. But it's from 3 frames. What's that just came out of there?
It's the wax.
Wax.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll continue doing this, and we'll update you once that goes down a little bit, or if we run into anything else that we think is important for you guys to see. Liquid gold coming on out. All right, guys, we are ready to bottle. We ended up pulling 185 pounds of honey. We have about 4 bucketfuls. We have all of our bottles labeled. Well, these are not actually all of the bottles, but we have some of the bottles we're gonna start filling up today, labeled, ready to go. Caps are ready, labels. We have a scale just to make sure we put the right amount in. And we've got our bucket with the honey gate. Some of ours don't, as you can see, but then we'll just put them in the actual bucket that does have the honey gate. And I just want to make a quick note here. You see the foam on the top of the honey. Usually we just scrape that off before we begin bottling. We keep that for ourselves. You can put it on toast, you can put it in tea, whatever you want. It just doesn't look good in the bottles. So as you can see here, just scrape that off. It's a pretty thin layer, and then you can start bottling up. All right, we'll start bottling in just a moment. All right, guys, we're gonna start bottling up the 1 pound jar of honey. You're gonna get some bubbles in the jar. They will settle over time. Not very long.
A little bit more.
Now we've got a scale there. Peter's probably not gonna use it right now. He already knows by eyeballing it what the 16 ounces looks like. Top that up so nothing else goes in there. No dust particles or anything like that. It's ready to go. Now he's gonna do the 2 pound jar. Again, there'll be bubbles.
You can come show them closer.
We have already skimmed the top of the bucket, so none of that white foam goes in. Tastes really good. It's all nice honey still. You can see it. Oh yeah.
What is that, Amanda?
Liquid gold flowing.
That's right.
Delicious.
And that's all we have to do for the rest of them.
Excellent. Now we'll go ahead and continue these. Hope you guys have fun doing this on your own. Oh, yum. And good luck with honey this year and your bees.